Ain't no reason to hate. Bring your style, bring your niggas, bring your people, bring your energy, bring your dances. Everything is new. The baby bought what he do. I'm finna show you what Food and them Buck Boys do. You show them what you and your niggas do. Don't hate on nobody.
And your niggas do. Don't hate on nobody.
So today, man, who we here with today, man, on Buck Baby TV?
Man, it's the Bucktown Boss, y'all. The Fool. Some call me Sweet Peter OG. But my real name, Delventure Wins. It's the boss of the Buck. What's up?
Where are you from?
I'm from York, South Carolina. Washington Street. That's down here. South Carolina, Y-Town, my town. I'm the Cackalack King, y'all.
Alright, man, on today's interview, we're going to talk about how it was growing up in the Buck and how it was growing up over here, period. Give us a history or anything.
Man, growing up over here, I'm going to tell you how it started. We come from the other side of town real young. We moved in on a truck, me, Nard, and Antonio, your uncle. And we had this motherfucker jumping when we moved over here. On the truck, we were making plays off the truck. And shit, I want to say we probably got down 17, cause Var, 17. And mom was pregnant with Var, moved over here. Misha was pregnant with Zion. They was in there laying around on the couch. We was booming this motherfucker from day one. But when we come here, it was real quiet over here. I always been a respectful neighborhood, older people. Wasn't nothing. We was the first thing come with that type of energy. It was quiet, but it was trap houses on the low. Everybody knew that because we used to come from the other side over here. But it was different then, like it ain't nothing like it is now. Everything, we came over here with respect. But when we came here, Bucktown wasn't even a neighborhood. It was just Washington Street. Johnson City was down the street. The old heads say they used to call that Bucktown back in the day. But when I came here, I hadn't heard of that. But Ed them told me that, Pete, and they say Sweetback be saying. So shout out to them if they did, but when I did it, me and Antonio Jackson was sitting right here in the yard, trapping on some yard chair.
Alright, let's just talk about high school for you and school when you wanted to start rapping. How was that? What inspired you or who inspired you to rap? It could be somebody locally or it could be somebody in the industry.
When I started rapping, I loved Snoop Dogg and Tupac. Tupac was my favorite rapper. I got kicked out of school in 12. They labeled me a menace to society. So while everybody was going to school, I ain't have shit to do. I used to leave our house on Picnic Street, go to Puckers. This was younger days then, because I'm talking about I got kicked out 7th grade. So I used to just write music, go to Puckers, see shit, write about it. Go home, do shit, write about it. Then I started going down the road. Matter of fact, Daddy and PL was already down the road. They was in the feds, so I was running wild. I was really trying to help Mom out, but I was causing more hell because I was robbing. I was goddamn. They say we had a gang called Rolling Thunder. That wasn't nothing but everybody in York used to meet up at Jefferson Field and just trap and move around. But I started writing music. I was the only one doing it at that time on that side of town, walking around writing music. I used to love Tupac and Snoop. And I liked their flows, and that's what made me start. And then I went down the road, though. I got my GED down the road, 17. My first 2 weeks down the road, I got my GED. So I went down there on the Y centers, ended up doing like a year and a half, 2 years. I come back, I was really rough. I thought I was tough then, so I come back and start trapping. That's when I went on the run, made that legendary moment, because I was 17, I was getting 30, 40, 50 racks. I got caught with $30,000 at your mama, well, leaving your mama's house, she'll tell you. And that was a lot of money back then, cause niggas had $5,000 was a lot of money then, but niggas had 10 or 15. They ain't had no 30, 40 racks then. I'm telling you right now, I don't care who said it, they know. But that was me and Cliff. Cliff had, it was a couple people had, but, and then it went from there.
Okay, I know you mentioning Granddad with my pops and PL. So how was that? Seeing them going to jail doing fair time, how was that mentally? Like you had to see that.
Fucked me up, cause we was sitting in there. I remember when they came and got him. PL trying to tell me, we was living in the project. PL was trying to tell me to go back in the house. Mom was in there, and Daddy was on the front porch talking to PL, and the motherfucker bent the corner, and they jumped out the car. And one of them went toe to Jeter. His name was Jeter. Him and Pierre went toe-to-toe at the side of the car. He punched Pierre, and Pierre, it was the Fed and the Rock Hill SWAT team. But Jeter was from Rock Hill. They went toe-to-toe right there at the car, Pierre at the car. And Pierre wouldn't give him the key to the safe at first, and they were saying they would go take Mama, but they didn't. They took the safe, ended up Mama gave him the key. A couple hours later, and Pierre went to Fed for that, drugs. Daddy went with him. Daddy got out. And Daddy violated Fed parole and went right back. Daddy was roughed in too. But that shit was traumatizing because that's the first time I ever seen him kick in the door and run in somebody's house. And I watched them do that here. They put the guns on us, mama, everybody. We was young as hell, 8, 9 years old. They laid all of me and Misha. Money them, they made money good shit with mama. Me and Misha had to lay down just like this.
Okay, so let's talk about more about rapping. What keeps you going in rapping? Who like really motivates you to keep going in rapping?
Me, music, my way I don't vent. That's why I used to when younger, y'all know I used to wild out on Facebook. I don't talk to people, but I can go write a song and play it and everybody listen to it. Like I don't really be caring if they listen to it. It be for me to get it out. And that's why I got the songs I got. Like, it was a time I made music when I was hot, like I done got older. When I had my streak, all my shit was hits. Every time I hit the club, Bucktown was deep. Everybody know we 30, 40 deep. And every club me and Money hit to this day. They respect us. It wasn't nothing but love in the club. They love us. We kicked theirs a long time ago, so we don't have no problem nowhere. We known everywhere. Music really put my name out there more than anything. Music and cutting hair, I've been doing them both about the same time. That's over 20 years now. When I started cutting hair, we started with each other, me, Money, and Good, cutting each other's hair. That's how I started cutting hair. And I was about 12. When I started writing music, I was 14. I was already writing music before Barry was born.
Okay, so we just gonna bounce around questions. Let's just go ahead and say, what if you had to listen to any local rappers or you know any rappers your age you would probably like work with? Who rappers could you name that you would work with?
I work with all of them, cause that's the problem. Everybody wanna think they bigger than the next. Till we actually make it, everybody should be working with everybody, cause everybody got a different fan base. It ain't nobody out here I wouldn't work with. They just gotta be right, cause if everybody know they put me on their track, I'ma kill that shit. So if they bullshitting, that's on them. I'm just gonna sound good on their song, but I do music with any artist, young or old, cause it's exposure for me and them. I used to be like that. I ain't doing nothing with this and that. Now, you know I ain't doing. I ain't doing nothing out of my league, like, you know, I ain't doing nothing with anybody, but you know, I'm just saying, like, if they street and I know they serious about their music, they ask me for advice, I'll do it. And I do it for free. Off the strip.
Okay, so next question. I know you was talking about my pop's granddad. What's a memory that you will always remember him by?
Man, Daddy, my best friend, like, to this day, Mama, they both hit me different. Daddy hurt me so bad when he left. I went in a deep depression 6 months straight, drinking, popping X pills and shit, smoking. I couldn't even leave out this barbershop because this the last place me and him was. I was over there, it was a chair over here, a black chair, something like this. It was spinning around. Daddy used to come in and sit in that chair every day. He didn't even get no cut. He just wanted to sit there and watch TV and watch me cut and be talking shit to whoever getting their head cut. That's what he did. And this when he was up and going and when he was sick. When he was sick, we used to have to walk him out here so he wouldn't fall over the rocks and come and sit right there and sit in that chair and watch me cut. That's why I kept his cane, his hat in him. Somebody took his hat, but his cane still in there. He used to come across, but Daddy taught all us to be a man. Like, everybody know, everybody got a different position in the family too. Like, money help everybody. Money got mama's heart. And good is a mixture of mom and daddy. Good know a lot. So good, that's what I'm talking about with him helping. Good do a lot of helping with that on that end. Then they know, mama them know, all of them know I'm gonna enforce the rules. Whatever their rules is, I'm enforcing. They don't care who it is, you know what I'm saying? Mama, she used to come and get me for that. Y'all want me to go get Sweet? I'm gonna tell Sweet what them kids had. Go get Sweet. Y'all want me to get Sweet? That was her daddy the same way. Sweet, come here, get these goddamn kids. If he ain't whooped their ass, cause he had stopped whooping everybody in, but he know I would, you know what I'm saying? And that's what Daddy instilled that in us. Daddy taught us. I remember when I first went down the road, Daddy told us, he told me, he said, you better come back like you went. He said, you ain't no punk, you ain't no gang member. He said, you. He said, you better go like you went. And I took that shit to the head when I went down there. He said, you got 10 toes, 10 fingers. He said, come back with all your shit. 2 eyes, he was serious as a motherfucker. And when I went down that road, that's why my time got extended, because I didn't play with nobody, no kind of way. And they started calling me Pokemon down the road. When I got out of jail, they was calling me Fool. When I left here, they were calling me Sweet Pea. You see what I'm saying? When I left the street, they were calling me Sweet Pea. When I got down the road, you can ask them Rock Hill niggas I was locked up with. Like, everybody know me, you know that. They were calling me Pokemon. I was stabbing motherfucker for nothing. Just cause Daddy said don't play with him. Don't let nobody hurt you, none of that shit. And I'm seeing this shit happen to people. I'm seeing motherfuckers get broomsticks stuck in their ass because they pussy. I'm seeing motherfuckers get their canteen too. Hell, I got stolen, got gagged in there by Charleston nigga. Went back, wet their ass up on the goddamn red field. Me, Travis Irvin from Rock Hill, Nard Thompson, he from Rock Hill. I'm on the yard with these people. They knew. I went straight out there in the summertime with the coat on and my blade and fucked them niggas up bad. But I ain't leave there with no kind of, like, I ain't leave jail with no jail taught me every time. The first time I wasn't ready. The first time, really, it was like a test to me. Like something like, cause I ain't get to go to college, so I looked at this shit, they passed me around these different prisons. I'm just saying, can I hold my own on my own? But the second time, I like, nah, I can't be in this motherfucker. Cause like they don't give a fuck about you. Once you go to jail, you belong to the state. They beat my ass because I had attitude. I ain't abide by the rules. I didn't listen to what they say. Cause they nasty. They talk to you stupid. They call you nigga, all this shit. And I ain't want to hear that shit. So I was getting beat. I got beat in the county. Chastity was working with him. My cousin Chastity, Rico's sister, beat the fuck out of me. I slapped the hell out of one of them white COs. Didn't feed me. She know she ain't feed me, but she didn't want to tell the captain that because she didn't do her count. So I slapped her in front of them. They come beat the hell out of me. Took me to lockup. I did 6 months in lockup down the road for what I went to lockup for. I know I had been fighting, but I ain't go for fight. I think I got caught with the shank though, like 2 weeks later. They put me in there really for a month, 30 days. I ended up doing 6 months because fighting the guards and shit. After Wild and Walls pulled, that shit really drive you mentally crazy. Then they don't give us no help. They'll tell you got PS, what's that, post-traumatic stress shit?
PTSD.
All that shit. There's anxiety, but they ain't gonna give you no help. But they'll get them white people. Them white people come out of there, get to go straight to these. Some of them leave the jails and go to homes and like medical facilities. You get blamed for your actions, I'm telling you.
Alright, so the next question is, you kind of already done spoke on Grandma and Pops. T-Nix and Wooga. So, Tonio, I meant, what favorite memory did you have with him, if you can speak on it?
Man, Antonio did a bunch of stuff together. We had been up 3 days that day. Antonio left here. We was in I think you had been here that weekend. Y'all was little, younger. But we was in there, I had that couch in the room. We was on that couch, laying on that couch. We had been on like 3 days. Antonio left here, went down there with Jazz, and went out to eat that morning. But he left early in the morning, like 4 something. And he called back, well, he left like 2 something. He called back about 4 something, talking about arguing on the book and he finna go over here. And I'm telling him, no, man, bring your ass back over here. Because I was laying down. But I kind of blame myself for that because Tonio listened to me. If I would have got up and meant that shit, Tonio would have came straight back over here because he listened to me and money. And he always fucked with him. But I didn't. I was in the bed. I was like, man, you tripping. I was like, man, it's 4 in the morning. He said, man, I'm going over there. And he hung up the phone. Shit. It seemed like they woke me up about 6 or 7. Somebody came over here, woke me and Money up, telling us we had been shot. We went straight on there. Me and Money was some of the first people out there. And I seen them laid beside the porch. I still remember the house in Green Acres, how he looking at, man, that was my nigga. Then Antonio was the only person, believe it or not, out of all the people that have died in our family. Antonio, the only person I seen, came back and seen him visually. I went and cut Antonio here at nighttime when I come back through the path. That morning, that night I couldn't sleep, they were fucking with me. That morning I got up and went out the front door, looked down the street, he was floating in the middle of the road with his arms crossed like this, shaking his head. All white, it was all white, clear as day, daytime. Hella still stayed up the street. I called Hella and told him. He the only person I know that I can think of I done seen in our family visually that came back. I heard Mama not too long ago, a couple of months ago, Mama came to me, told me to check on Money. But I ain't never seen nobody but him.
So okay, the recent passing of Sugar Wooga, what's a good memory or something you can share that you probably would want to?
Wooga
want
was a
people to know?
real West Side Bucktown nigga. When I tell you, Wooga did everything from way back. Wooga used to rob, beat ass, and Wooga kept that same energy even when he got older. Didn't nobody play with Wooga to the end. I'm telling you, Wooga was a man. I done did 2 bids with Wooga. I seen Wooga beat ass in jail and all this shit. He did his thing, but Wooga was a man. He was skinny, but Wooga was strong as a motherfucker. I'm tell you that right now. But I miss Wooga because we be out here every day fucking with these dogs. Wooga, the yard ain't been right since. Like, Wooga took the impact of Wooga leaving took a big impact on me, money, everybody who used to be here every day, because Wooga did so much for everybody in different ways. It's crazy. He cleaned up in the house for money. Didn't go come. I ain't even have to clean the shop, the yard, rake, nothing, feed the dog. Then he going to the store every day for the kids, so they looking for him every day just to go to the store. He did that for a bunch of different people too. And wash cars, like Wooga was all American, man. You gotta miss Wooga if you don't, because that's just the type of person he was. But Wooga, I don't know, I done say Wooga get on ass, I done say Wooga make young boys hush out here. Man, Wooga crazy, man. Wooga fight, I'm telling you. Wooga, man. I don't want to put nobody's names out there, but I done seen Wooga, yeah. Wooga made niggas scared.
Alright, next question. Let's talk about now. Like, what's your goal right now? What's something positive you can think of what you want to do in the future?
Now I don't do nothing I used to do. My whole goal, I don't care. Everything I do now, I try to be the opposite of what I used to. For one, the first thing I always tell anybody, I told my daughter, I'm telling you, I did one goal I had all my life, even when I was fucking up in the street, like going back and forth to jail. My first goal was to raise y'all not to be nothing like me. And I know I did that, because you, 19, 20, you wasn't in jail. You know what I'm saying? I was in jail at 16, 17. I went one time at 14, juvenile. So you broke that. And you the only son, so you gotta uphold that part. Now, like, and then all y'all smart as hell. Y'all mama tell y'all, all y'all mamas individually tell y'all, I was smart as hell, hustling motherfucker. I wasn't bad. I was bad at school. I wasn't dumb. I just didn't want to do it because they tell you to. I was rebellious. At that time, I just didn't want to listen to nobody because my daddy go, my mama would be at work. Didn't nobody tell me what to do, so how you go tell me? That's how I looked at it then. I came up watching these teachers show favoritism and stuff where they only want to teach certain people out the class. They ain't care nothing about the other one. They'll see you in the office or see you outside all day so they can teach these. And we think that's fun, but really they ain't care about us. They want to teach these certain people, you know. So I ain't care nothing about them, but I always pass my tests. So like I said, I got my GED the first 2 weeks I was in prison. I was 17 then. I left Varner was pregnant with Varner. I come back, Varner was 4 years old. Got my GED in 2 weeks. Went straight down there, handled it, and got a trade, carpentry trade and all that. I was cutting carpet, agriculture, planting flowers. All that shit, young as hell. I come back, before I was 22, I had all them certificates. I still got them. I got my GED in 1999. I would have graduated in 98, but I was out of love.
So, okay, let's go into this question. Since you have lived and seen people die in the street and you done been through it all in the street, what's something, if you could tell your younger self or you could tell somebody younger right now, what's something you would tell them about the street that don't do, or just tell them anything positive or something to stay, you can tell them stay out the streets or anything like that.
Don't care nothing about you. You go be out there. I'm gonna tell you how this shit go. I witnessed it firsthand. Can't nobody tell me this ain't no script. I watched when you in the street. When I was in the street, I was shooting that motherfucker. I was popping motherfucker. I was doing this for everybody around me. And they thought I was the realest nigga you ever seen. And I can get anything from anybody. Face call, I can go anywhere. They be so goddamn scared I'ma take it, they just give me shit. Anywhere. Rock Hill, Clover, Chester. I'm going everywhere with this shit. Charlotte. I ain't had no license. I had a green gangster. They used to run from the car. Cause some people I would take their shit just for nothing. Cause I was in a fucked up mind. They love that gangster shit. Start trying to do right. You ain't gonna have no fans. I'm telling you, you ain't gonna have no fans, especially if that's how you live it first, because half of them don't believe. Then the other half don't want to see you do good because they stuck on when you was doing bad. So you just gotta block all that shit out and stick to your plan, do your family thing, get you a girl. Motherfucker, they got the world fucked up thinking ain't no girl. It's a girl for everybody. Now these girls, a lot of them being brainwashed, especially this shit. That Gorilla girl really fucked them up now. That city girl shit done fucked them all the way up. Cause they listen to that shit and they thinking like that. So now girls now hold worse than the man. Now the motherfucker be pilly. You got to fight, but it's some out there. If you can find one for you, it don't even matter anyway. If she love you and she match your energy, a woman go be more solid than the nigga. The nigga, depending on the more serious it is, the more he gonna tell it. I'm telling you that shit right now. I done been in them situations. I done did shit for people. I'm talking about hits. They done paid me to do it all. And these motherfuckers will tell on you, or you go to jail, they ain't gonna see you no money. Ain't nobody gonna come and see you. Mama was the only one come to see me on a regular in prison. Mama was coming down that motherfucker every weekend. Money sent me money. Mama sent me money. This is Vonda. At that time, Vonda, I told Pam, Vonda and Mama was doing everything. Money was younger then.
Okay, so, oh my bad, what you got to say?
Like, the streets, I don't recommend it all, especially now. Because we grew up in an era where we could fight. You know what I'm saying? If we had to switch with the era, I remember when you didn't need no gun, to when you had little 38ers, little clubs, especially keeping this off you, to it going to motherfuckers getting nines because they saying them ain't enough shots, to motherfuckers getting the clips on the nines to now. Like, so our era, we knew we could fight because we were fighting. These motherfuckers ain't never fought, don't even know if they could fight. But they got that gun and they watch this rap shit. Everybody want to be young boy and dirt them, so they want to shoot it. But they telling on, as soon as they go to jail, they get in the moss. They telling on their homeboy. The moss know everything that happens as soon as they get there. Cause they don't realize they ain't built for that shit. Soon as they get in, they young too. So soon as they get in there, they miss their mama the first night. And that's just the first night at a county. Now you gotta sit in this motherfucker a year to 2 or 3 years if you got a murder charge before you even go down this motherfucker to do your 15 to 25 to 30 or whatever cause they go slave most of the time, you know what I'm saying?
Alright, so if you wanted to leave a message or wanted to sign off, because I think I hit about all the points, what's something you would want to say?
Now, the way the world done changed and the way you can use social media for more than just posting and it's a platform, it's a networking tool. Get your own business going. Just like we finally figured out the music business and you see so many black rappers with their own deal, they independent, do the same shit out here. Get you a business, I don't care what it is, sell socks, sell lipstick, sell something and get it going and stick to your own shit cause ain't nobody gonna pay you like you. So, like the boss man make $1 million a year and he paying you $14, $15 an hour to slave for him. And he already got enough money to pay for everything he got, but he ain't gonna pay you to be his neighbor. He ain't gonna give you enough money for you to live right beside him. So you might well build your own wealth to however you wanna live in your life off of whatever you can do. It don't matter what it is. Cutting hair, dog, breeding dogs, like I say, lipstick, you know, shirts, clothes, Crocs, hair, I don't give a fuck what it is. Try to make it your own business. That's something I always believed. I done had jobs, I done had a couple of them in my life. But I prefer to make my business, cause ain't nobody gonna pay you like you. I promise you that.
Okay, anybody you want to shout out before we end it?
Bucktown Boss, me, you, my son, Moon, my brother, everybody, I love y'all.
And we signing out the Buck Baby TV, and we're gone.